type of plants in a particular area during a particular time, which gives us food and other useful things, they are called as crops. So we can divide crops into 3 groups based on their usage. Food crops like wheat, fiber crops like cotton, oil-producing crops like sunflower. We also have another way of classifying crops, which we saw earlier. Do you remember? Yes, we can classify crops according to season in which they are grown, like summer crops. These are also called as kharif crops like rice, bajra, jawar, and maize. Winter crops. These are also called as rabi crops like wheat, gram, mustard, barley. Tea and coffee grow only on hilly areas where water is not collected due to slopes, such as in Assam and the Nilgiris. And you know the fields are in form of stairs. Why? For climbing on them? No, just because soil does not get washed away with water. But do you think the crops are easy to grow? No. A lot of effort by our farmers and a lot of resources are required to grow a good crop. We need to prepare a good soil. This is done by adding fertilizer, organic matter or manure into the soil. Fertilizers are of 2 types. Organic, obtained from cow dung or dead organisms. Chemical, made in factories like urea, nitrates, phosphates, etc. Then we need to sow very good quality seed if we want good quality crop. As you have heard, what you sow, so shall you reap. We need to water the field at right time and in right amount for the plants to grow properly. This is called as irrigation. And to protect the crop from insects and pests after it is ready, insecticides are often sprayed. They should be used only if necessary, as they are harmful. So you must have seen how much is to be done for getting a good crop. Preparing good soil, sowing good seed, adding right amount of water, and spraying insecticides. To protect our vegetable crops, the farmers follow many steps. They put scarecrow to drive away birds. They put fence to keep away cows, goats, and other grazing animals. And if required, spray pesticides to kill insects. That's a lot of work of so many people, including the nature, is required in growing the plants before the food is served in your plate. Even a single grain of rice requires many months to grow. So we should not waste our food in any manner.
Animal husbandry. Animal husbandry is the science of taking care of domestic animals that are used primarily as food or product sources such as cows, cattle, goats, etc.
Friends, do you know, like plants, animals also provide us with different kinds of food. Many people living in the coastal areas consume fish as a major part of their diet. You will be surprised to know that just like the process of crop production, animals are also reared at home or in farms. They are provided with proper food, shelter, and care so that they provide us healthy food to eat. This process is called animal husbandry. In other words, we can say that animal husbandry means rearing and breeding livestock on a large scale. Friends, do you know, like plants, animals also provide us with different kinds of food. Many people living in the coastal areas consume fish as a major part of their diet. You will be surprised to know that just like the process of crop production, animals are also reared at home or in farms. They are provided with proper food, shelter and care so that they provide us healthy food to eat. This process is called animal husbandry. In other words, we can say that animal husbandry means rearing and breeding livestock on a large scale.
Useful animals. Like plants, animals are also useful for us in many ways. Let us see how animals are useful for us. Food. We get food items like milk, meat and eggs from animals. Cows, goats and buffaloes give us milk. These animals are reared on farms for milk. This is called dairy farming. Milk is rich in protein and is used in preparation of cheese, butter, curd and sweets. The birds provide us meat and eggs. Rearing of birds like hens, ducks, turkeys and geese for meat and eggs is called poultry. Some other animals like pigs, goat and fish also give us meat. The rearing of pigs for meat is called piggery and the production and management of fish is called pisciculture. Honeybees provide us honey, which is a good source of nutrients. Rearing of honeybees for commercial production of honey is called apiculture. Fibers. We get fibers like wool and silk from some animals. Animals like sheep, goat and yak give us wool. The process of removing hair from these animals is called shearing. The removed hair is then processed to get wool. We use wool for making woolen clothes. Fur, hair of some other animals like rabbits, foxes and squirrels is also used to make various woolen clothes. Silk is obtained from silkworms. The rearing of silkworms for obtaining silk is called sericulture. Silkworms live on mulberry plant and feed on its leaves. During its life cycle, silkworms spin a silk thread on a shell around itself called cocoon. We obtain silk from these cocoons. Adult silk moth. Eggs of silk moth on mulberry leaves. Larva, caterpillar or silkworm. Pupa. Cocoon. Cocoon boiled in hot water, process of obtaining silk. Reeling the silk.